Hi, I'm Harshit and I'm a third year finance student at UBC Sauder.
And hello, I'm Dr. Angèle Beausoleil and I am a professor of teaching here at Sauder, and I focus on entrepreneurship, sustainability, and innovation.
You have been described as pracademic. Can you define this term and how it implies to you?
Sure. So pracademic, when you think of how the two words are combined, there's practitioner and an academic. And a practitioner is typically someone who's spent time in industry. And so I'm someone who has spent a lot of time in industry, over 20 years, and then later in life came back and got a PhD and became an academic. And so when you combine both industry and academia, it means I bring practical business experience and as well my research orientation, particularly when it comes to innovation and entrepreneurship. And so it applies to me, and also hopefully the students really benefit from being able to bring both a very practical industry orientation in terms of the topics I teach, and as well some very good academic rigor and research in terms of those topics.
What key learnings do you bring from your entrepreneurial experiences to your teaching?
Great question. I have been part of 5 different direct entrepreneurial ventures. I've co-founded 3 and I've joined 2. And I'd say many of the lessons learned and even ways of designing these new ventures I bring to my classroom. One in particular is where I've observed a lot of failings. In founder land, we call it, fail fast. But I'd say I've had a series of fumbles, and observing others have fumbles when you just don't feel you have enough time to lead enough market research and deeply understand the problem space and the targeted customer you're really trying to help. So I'd say that would be the lead or the key learnings to bring to the classroom, is the importance of leading market and consumer research. It will help you so much in the future in terms of really trying to match a product or service you're designing to the market that is really looking for it.
You have written recently about gender and innovation. So what were your main findings and what were the learnings you got from it?
Sure. First of all, the gender construct and that relationship with gender and innovation and entrepreneurship is probably very personal in terms of my own experience as an entrepreneur. And navigating, especially in the late 90s, early 2000s, it's a very different place now in terms of where a gendered notion of innovation entrepreneurship sits. That it was a great opportunity for me to do research and really understand. I'd say some of the highlights I would share would be just how masculine, frankly, this space of entrepreneurship is. And so we need to have that conversation. We need to admit that, yeah, there are masculine orientations to it, even the way in which we present ourselves as founders. And there is something about being gritty and being tough and so on and so forth. So there's these masculine traits that we're maybe not even aware of, including those who are not on the masculine side of the gender spectrum. And so this idea of truly understanding there are these unsaid and maybe not as observed notions are really important to surface. So I think it was great to highlight social identity theory, bring through these notions of where women have actually made incredible impact in terms of entrepreneurship, and then to just offer a bit of a question to the audience to go, what can we do to improve the conversation in and around how gender positively and negatively impacts innovation activities.
What roles do you see for entrepreneurs, students in UBC Sauder School of Business in today's world?
Well, I think the role of entrepreneurship and again, frankly, coming from industry, being a serial entrepreneur, and now I'm an academic entrepreneur or entrepreneur, I think entrepreneurship is something we all should actually develop at least a curiosity about, if not an affinity for. And it's because it does require to navigate uncertainty. You have just enough information when you need it. What are you going to do with that? How do you prioritize what you research, what your ideas are, what problem you want to solve? How do you put all this together and discover about both your creative side and maybe your analytical side? How do you wrap all that up to say, there's something here that maybe we can either generate profits from, but more importantly, impact. What kind of positive impact can we leave? And I think entrepreneurship, the fact that we have credit-based courses now for you not to fumble and fail outside, but to do it in a safe environment within our classrooms and through all of our courses are very experiential. That's powerful to give you that experience in a very interactive and experiential way. You discover a lot about yourself. So I really feel quite privileged to be in a situation to share not just my journey, but also the research and really good, rigorous, and very emerging and up-to-date ways of launching a new venture that we just didn't have available to us 5-10 years ago.
Thank you so much, Professor B, for your time and for your very good insights on entrepreneurship and encouraging our UBC Sauder students for future.
Oh, well, thank you. And again, it also begins with an invitation. So thank you so much for inviting me and for the opportunity to share a little bit about the entrepreneurship courses that we offer at Sauder. They're incredibly rich and hopefully very beneficial to many, many students currently taking it and those to come.